Launched over a decade ago, the Porsche Boxster is already old enough to be in danger of turning into a classic car. Yet here we are driving the 2007 version of the Boxster S that, headlights apart, looks just like the original. But this car is different, not just because it has taken on board the latest 3.4 litre flat 6 from the Cayman. This particular Boxster S is tricked up with over £15,000 worth of extras, pushing the retail price to a staggering £55,000. Is it enough to keep this old car on the boil? We got serial Boxster owner Barry Watson to come along for the ride. The new engine is a good start, with a capacity increase of 200 cc's. There's now 295 brake horsepower, up from 280 in last year's car. It's only enough to shave 1/10 off the 0 to 62 miles per hour time, but 5.4 seconds is what a 911 managed a few years ago, so this is no slouch. Throttle response has always been good in the Boxster, but there's also a sense that at low revs this new engine doesn't pull quite as well as before. Hit 4,000 RPM though, and the 911 top end on this Boxster engine takes acceleration to a higher level. With its precisely tuned, highly sonorous exhaust note, it never fails to send a tingle down your spine. There's Porsche's active suspension management on this Boxster. It's a £1,000 option that lowers the car by 10mm and continuously adjusts the dampers to the road conditions. Even though it's more likely to bottom out on bumps, it gets the thumbs up for its improved ride comfort in its regular setting, as well as the ultra-firm position for track day use. But a Boxster is as much about the precision of the controls as anything. The steering is razor sharp, responding to the smallest movement of the wheel. The huge ceramic brakes, £5,000 extra thank you, are massively effective, though we still reckon a waste of money just for road use. Even with standard brakes, it's hard to come up with a driving experience that betters punching a Boxster S through a series of windy bends. Inside, our car has over £5,000 worth of options. Sat-nav is pretty essential these days, even if this system does cost £2,000. The leather sport seat option is highly desirable too, a more reasonable £1,400. But we'd pass on the carbon trim, automatic dimming mirrors and invisible Porsche crest on the seats. You even have to pay extra for the wind deflector and a second key, for heaven's sake. The sports gear shift is an addition Barry liked. Faster and more precise, although heavier too. And you really do need the Bose stereo upgrade. But look through all that, the Boxster is still the most usable sports car around. Easy to drive, with the unbeatable luggage space extended further by the redesigned access panel for the oil and water. It still stands up, this 2007 version of Porsche's Roadster, amazingly as well as it did when it was launched all those years ago. And believe us, it's just as good if you throw away the options list. As for good points, well, there's superb precision of driving controls, thoroughly exhilarating performance, and the day-to-day practicality. As for bad points, well, rivals like the TT and the 350Z are much cheaper. There's the heavy sport shift gear change, and more equipment should be included in the base price.